Coming in at number 5, the Gorilla Glue Challenge. Now, to be clear, I don't think Gorilla Glue nor Tesca Brown, for that matter, ever intended on making this into a challenge. But once something takes off on TikTok, that's pretty much the end of it. Pretty soon this trend was going viral for all the wrong reasons. It all started with Louisiana's Tesca Brown spraying her hair with Gorilla Glue and then having to undergo a 4-hour procedure to have it surgically repaired. This mishap led to $20,000 in donations, hundreds of free hair products, and even a full-time agent. With all the clout around the name Gorilla Glue, we then saw Vonnie Reyes, the pink-haired TikToker, do the exact same thing, except she called it an accident. Although no one was really buying that defense after watching the drama unfold with Tesca Brown. Then there was the rapper Len Martin, who was so sure that he could just wipe Gorilla Glue off with saliva alone. Unfortunately, the red Solo cup that he put the glue on did its job and now was permanently attached to his face. I mean, let's hope that 3 times is a charm and enough people see how horribly wrong this challenge can actually go. I mean, in all 3 cases, these people had to go to the emergency room to receive medical attention just because they wanted some views. Coming in number 4, the Penny Challenge. This challenge, or prank if you will, may seem pretty unassuming, but the end result can actually be extremely dangerous. This shocking trend started circulating on both YouTube and TikTok after multiple videos went viral of people trying to slide a penny into a partially plugged in phone charging port. Now, the danger here is that the coin can strike the metal prongs in the outlet, which can immediately cause sparks, electrical system damages, and in some cases it could even result in a fire. In an advisory statement issued last year, the Massachusetts Fire Marshal outlined 2 incidents where this was the case. In part of the letter he says, "We have had 2 incidents in Massachusetts that we are aware of, one in Holden where a concerned mother sent a photo of a scorched outlet to a news outlet, and one at a Westford high school which the Department of Fire Services investigated. The students responsible for starting the fire at the Westford Academy will face charges." I mean, does that sound like a challenge you want to participate in? I don't think so. Coming in at number 3, the Skull Breaker Challenge. I mean, the name pretty much says it all. There's no way anyone attempting this challenge had even heard the name and still wanted to do this. The SB Challenge for short was a viral craze that reportedly started in Venezuela. The original video shows what appears to be 3 friends, or former friends I should say. The boys are standing beside each other and jumping. However, as they jump, the boys on the sides decide to kick out the middle guy's feet from underneath him. I mean, there's no way that this ends well, unless he's a 10-year-old ninja or something and he can just hit a backflip on cue, but unfortunately that is not the case, and as you can imagine, this poor kid ends up crashing to the ground on his back and on his head. It's just, why? Why? Where are your parents? Do parents teach their kids anything, or is this just the result of the iPad generation? I think that's it. Now, doctors clearly had major issues with this trend and referred to it as serious and life-threatening. This kind of stunt could leave you with a skull fracture, paralysis, or an early grave. Imagine that was the last video that you ever made. Just sit with that before you decide to go and do some dumb TikTok challenge. Ask yourself, what if this was the last video I ever made? Coming in at number 2, the WAP Challenge. When Cardi B dropped this song, it really sent a message that she was going to be as graphic as she wanted to be, and there was not a damn thing that you could do about it. She even once said that she was tired of making clean music because she didn't want people to get the idea that she was producing any type of kid-friendly content. I mean, the WAP music video and subsequent TikTok challenge following that pretty much proved all of this. Although not everyone is as experienced as Cardi seems to be with the choreography that she created for the music video, or at least performed very well. And bizarrely enough, a lot of people have had to go to the hospital after the WAP challenge went horribly wrong. You see, the dance features a mix of high kicks, booty popping, twerking, and then it even finishes in a split. So I mean, you gotta make sure that you've at least stretched before attempting something like this, or else you're gonna seriously injure yourself. One TikTok user even landed on her knee while filming herself copying this routine, and it was so bad that they had to put her on a stretcher just to get her to the hospital. Last but certainly not least, in our number 1 spot, the Benadryl Challenge. I mean, this challenge involves taking enough Benadryl to hallucinate and then posting the footage of the end result. Along with one fatal accident of a 15-year-old Oklahoma girl last year, there have also been several other near-death incidents that pushed the pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson, as well as the FDA, to issue a public service announcement warning teens not to abuse antihistamines. The letter warns, saying that taking more than the recommended doses of the over-the-counter allergy medicine can lead to serious heart problems, seizures, coma, or even death. They also went on to say that they were aware of the news reports regarding the teens ending up in the emergency rooms because of this challenge. Luckily, TikTok began removing much of these videos and taking the hashtag down so it at least would stop circulating, but at that point, it was already too late. I mean, let's just hope that that poor girl didn't die in vain and people actually realize that their actions have consequences. Remember what I said, ask yourself before you do some TikTok challenge if this is what you would want your last video on Earth to be. Is this how you want to be remembered? Really ask yourself that first.
The Food and Drug Administration is expressing some serious concerns with this dangerous and emerging TikTok challenge that involves kids consuming Benadryl. This is extremely dangerous, and now medical experts are pleading with the social media app to delete all of the content regarding this challenge, and as always, we're about to break it all down for you right here on IO. In a memo published online, the Food and Drug Administration has issued a stern warning to TikTok for promoting what's called the Benadryl challenge. This dangerous TikTok challenge involves people taking extremely high doses of with the express purpose of experiencing the hallucinogenic side effects. However, medical experts are warning that the dosage it takes to reach this state can cause dangerous side effects in the heart and other parts of your body. In the letter, the Drug Safety Liaison said the US Food and Drug Administration is warning that taking higher than recommended doses of the common over-the-counter allergy medicine Benadryl can lead to serious heart problems, seizures, coma, or even death. We are aware of news reports of teenagers ending up in emergency rooms or dying after participating in the Benadryl challenge, encouraging videos posted on the social media application TikTok. We are investigating these reports and conducting a review to determine if additional cases have been reported. We will update the public once we have completed our review or have more information to share. We also contacted TikTok and strongly urged them to remove the videos from their platform and to be vigilant to remove additional videos that may be posted. Now, upon reading this report, I checked with TikTok to see if the challenges were indeed still being pushed on the platform. TikTok still has an issue with catching these harmful challenges before they get too far. Upon searching for the challenge, I was met with a page that said no results available. The text that followed also said the phrase may be associated with behavior or content that violates our guidelines. Promoting a safe and positive experience is TikTok's top priority. So it's good to see that TikTok is not fighting the FDA at all on control over the platform, and they are heeding their warning. Additionally, a TikTok spokesperson told Insider.com, the safety and well-being of our users is TikTok's top priority. As we make clear in our community guidelines, we do not allow content that encourages, promotes, or glorifies dangerous challenges that might lead to injury. Though we have not seen this content trend on our platform, we actively remove content that violates our guidelines and block related hashtags to further discourage participation. We encourage everyone to exercise caution in their behavior, whether online or off. Now, while there may not be many more of these Benadryl challenge videos left on the platform, this challenge isn't actually new. Consuming things that are dangerous to the human body has been a constant trend on social media for a very long time now. If you remember, back in 2016, YouTuber Tana Mojo posted a video titled "I on Benadryl and trip like." That video has 2.7 million views, and regardless of it being dangerous, remains on YouTube. Yet, I can't make a thumbnail without them taking it down. According to a news release, 3 teens were reportedly hospitalized as well after taking part in the Benadryl challenge. One of the patients was a 14-year-old girl who had taken it in the middle of the night on Memorial Day and was hospitalized after her family recognized that she was intoxicated. Her mother told the hospital staff that her daughter was experiencing fractured sentences, hallucinations, and her resting heart rate had hit 199. To make matters worse, the challenge was also linked to the death of a 15-year-old in Oklahoma. Scott Schaefer from the Oklahoma Center for Poison and Drug Information, however, did not make a statement that he could not confirm an actual exposure to this related challenge. Typically, Benadryl is used as an antihistamine and mild sedative to treat allergies and occasional sleeplessness, although the safe maximum amount for adults to consume is 300 milligrams a day, or in doses of 25 to 50 milligrams at a time every 3 to 4 hours. If too much of it is consumed, though, it can cause a rapid heartbeat, confusion, nausea, ringing in the ears, low blood pressure, and possibly a coma. Hopefully this is the last of these harmful challenges, but I have a feeling it won't be. Coming in at number 5, the Silhouette Challenge. This TikTok challenge is done along with a remix of Paul Anka's Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Participants, both men and women, stand in front of their camera fully dressed, then they pose in what typically is a doorway where the silhouette filter hits right as the song changes. Usually along with the red filter, the person taking part in the trend is doing something like dancing provocatively or just showing off their body. The intention of this trend was meant to be a body positive challenge without having to put yourself on full display. Now some creepy hackers have found a software that removes this red filter from the videos, thus revealing the bodies in full, which is 100% where the cringe factor comes in here. Plus, Danielle Citron, who is a professor of law at Boston University Law School, thinks that the people who have been violated by this filter removal actually have legal recourse under the Public Disclosure Private Fact Court. This addresses publication of an individual's private information that is not of legitimate concern to the public. So basically, to break it down really quick, because these manipulated photos are not considered to be newsworthy, there can now be an argument for invasion of privacy. Coming in number 4, kissing a friend. This challenge can get super cringy the moment the roles are reversed. For the most part, when a woman in the video would attempt to kiss her best friend, it would either go great or just be a little bit awkward. But when the men tried to kiss their friend for this challenge, it usually ended with a slap to the face or a very confused look and a swerve from their kiss. This challenge is super easy to perform if you're willing to suffer through the possible cringe response. All you do is take that nice friendship that you've built over several years and then you just yeet that out the window with the hopes that they're going to like you back and that this isn't going to totally destroy your friendship. Good luck! Coming in number 3, the Jello Straw Challenge. Okay, this one is just peak stupidity, but I'll admit that it doesn't come close to the Cinnamon Challenge. Although, much like the Cinnamon Challenge, these clout-chasing TikTokers are willing to choke on food for some views. These jelly straws that come individually packaged started making the rounds on TikTok as people attempted to slurp the Jello out of the tube without biting into it first. To no surprise, the elongated Jello straws shoot right back and slap them in the back of the throat, resulting in a lot of coughing and choking. Remember when your parents would tell you not to play with your food? Well, this is probably why. Because if you're not careful, you can definitely choke. Either way, I really hope that we're done with these dumb, cringy food challenges. Coming in number 2, Gorilla Glue. Hey, that kind of rhymed. I don't think Gorilla Glue nor Tesca Brown ever intended on making this into a challenge, but once something takes off on TikTok, that's pretty much the end of it. Pretty soon this trend was going viral for all the wrong reasons. It all started with Louisiana's Tesca Brown spraying her hair with Gorilla Glue and then having to undergo a 4-hour procedure to have it surgically repaired. This mishap led to $20,000 in donations, hundreds of free hair products, and even a full-time agent. Yes, an agent. With all the clout around the name Gorilla Glue, we then saw Avani Reyes, the pink-haired TikToker, do the exact same thing, except she called it an accident, although no one was really buying that defense after watching the drama that unfolded with Tesca Brown. Then there was the rapper Len Martin, who was so sure that he could just wipe Gorilla Glue off with saliva alone. Unfortunately, the red Solo cup that he put the glue on did its job, and now it was permanently attached to his face. Let's just hope that 3 times is a charm, and enough people see how horribly wrong this challenge can go, and in all 3 cases these people had to go immediately to the emergency room to receive medical attention, just because they wanted some views. Last but certainly not least on our number 1 spot, the Autism Challenge. Last and most importantly, we have this challenge that will certainly make you cringe. This one is easily one of the worst challenges to make their way onto the platform in 2020. Neil Carter first exposed this challenge on Twitter and writes, "The Autism Challenge is another example of able-bodied people denying the humanity of disabled folks for disgusting jokes. Those of you participating will mock us in one breath and then share a video of inspiration porn next month." Which, I mean, he's not wrong. It's really strange how people will jump from being offensive to sharing positivity like it absolves them of their previous actions. Neil here even provided an example and said, "Want proof? Y'all retweet dehumanizing videos for jokes. Many of you in my mentions calling that challenge disgusting were retweeting the video of the low vision football player running the opposite direction during a play years ago." This challenge was first created actually as a way to bring awareness to autism and those who have been diagnosed with the disorder. Although because TikTok is so cringe, it quickly turned into people mocking those with disabilities. And this is why we can't have nice things.